I want to believe that we are all abreast of the fact that Mumias Sugar Company is a public-private entity whose shareholders are well known. We have, I think, 20% shareholding for the national government. We have 78% shareholding of I think lenders and other stakeholders, and we have 2% shareholding of farmers and individuals. And I do not see anywhere where the county government gets in the formation legally of Mumias Sugar Company. So I think in the first instance it was a mistake for the county government to directly get involved in issues of Mumias Sugar using a legal framework that was even gazetted to want to make decisions on behalf of a private company. We are setting a bad precedence, because next time we shall have investors like Safaricom, like Kenya Breweries or East Africa Breweries Limited coming to invest in our county, and we shall start forming task forces to look into issues of Safaricom, EABL. So we are setting a bad precedent. When I look at the membership of this committee, we have one Honorable Rocky Omwendo, who is a member of this committee. I would want us to look into issues of conflicts of interest, because the said honorable member is a tenant at Mumias Sugar. He stays in Mumias Sugar houses. We have record that he has not paid rent for almost 2 years, and yet he is seated in a task force that wants to revive Mumias Sugar. Part of the issues that we are looking at are assets of Mumias Sugar which have been mismanaged. Those houses are part of the assets of Mumias Sugar which have been mismanaged. People have not been paying rent. Mumias Sugar has got almost well over 2,000 houses. 2,000 houses. And it has only 500 or 600 staff members. The rest are leaders and members of the public who are staying in those houses. And therefore, it is important for those people staying in those houses to pay rent so that Mumias Sugar can get revenue out of the assets they have. But here we have a member of this task force being a tenant, and yet is part of this task force. And therefore we have expressed conflict of interest when it comes to the membership of these committees. So I would want to request and appeal for Honorable Rocky Omwendo to honorably disqualify himself because he's an interested party. We have an entry point in law as a county government to help Mumias Sugar be revived. Our entry point in law is what Sunday said, the devolved aspect of agriculture. I think as a county government we have the constitutional mandate under Schedule 4 to ensure that we deal with issues of agriculture. We relate with Mumias Sugar issues of agriculture and not trading, not staffing, not industrialization. We deal with the issue of agriculture, and this is the way we can deal with Mumias Sugar on issues of agriculture. Agriculture being a devolved function, as a county government, we can first of all encourage farmers to plant sugarcane. These will provide Mumias Sugar with raw materials, but practically, what you can do, Mumias Sugar recently advertised for expression of interest of leasing the nucleus, leasing the school, leasing the sports facility, having an agent to collect rent for the housing. I did not have an issue with that, with issues of housing, the school and the other facilities, apart from the nucleus. Because leasing of the nucleus means that we will have somebody who will come and take up the nucleus, plant their sugarcane, and yet Mumias Sugar will not be operating. When that sugar cane will be mature, that person leasing will sell out the sugar to other factories. So we shall be using Mumias Sugar land to benefit, to promote another factory. So I am against the issue of Mumias Sugar leasing its nucleus to an unknown person or investor. What the county government and Mumias Sugar should do, they should find a collaborative mechanism in which Mumias Sugar can lease the nucleus to county government. So that the county government, through its devolved function of agriculture, can invest in that nucleus. And the monies that will be used to invest in that nucleus is that 200 million revolving fund. That revolving fund, that will now be the job of that revolving fund. We set up a fund, say, I'm trying to assume that 200 million is still there. It might be classified as a semi-asset or something like that, if there's such a term. 200 million, our money was committed to Mumias Sugar. 200 million shillings. Up to today, we do not know how much was deposited back into the cooperative bank account.
Senator, you have shared that we should be able to have an audit of that, so
yeah,
you have gotten it.
Yes, yes.
So
So I'm trying to,
steps?
the next step is, we need to get that 200 million first, so that we establish a revolving fund to develop cane in the nucleus of Mumias Sugar, which eventually will be supplied to Mumias Sugar Company. We also need to use the same fund to lease out land, because most of our farmers are discouraged. If you tell a farmer to grow cane, he'll tell you, bana, yo mimi nilichoka, mambo ya DR, nilichoka na maneno. So the best way to encourage farmers is to use public money, which I believe is in Cooperative Bank, Kakamega branch. Last time I checked, we had 46 million shillings. I want to know, when did they deposit the remaining 144 million? If Sunday, recently, we had a milling company, sugar milling company from Nyanza, coming to put up a weighing bridge on Mumias Sugar land, nucleus. That guy has got documents approved by county government. County government of Kakamega. BQs, plans. So if you are serious that you want to revive Mumias Sugar, you should start by cushioning and protecting Mumias Sugar from such activities. If you can allow a competitor to come and erect a weigh bridge in the nucleus of Mumias Sugar, then we are not genuine. We should not even be sitting here as a task force. What you guys should do, should first of all take a break and go and stop that construction. Kwanza, what are we doing? And yet,
So where is he constructing
the legal officer can tell us.
We already got an injunction against that. Maybe you're not executed.
Yes.
We
So
were kicked out of the property.
yes, and we have. Let me tell you one thing.
Senator, are you out of touch of what's happening in the county?
No, it doesn't matter. But we have plans that have been approved by county government before the injunction came.
Senator, you have
So it means that case, if it goes to court and Mumias Sugar loses,
No, we sorted it out. There's an injunction against that construction, so he stopped and even moved out. You can
yeah, but that shows that the county government has got no goodwill to revive Mumias
you
Sugar.
have documents that effect?
Yes, he can give you.
Senator, you know you are under oath.
Yes.
The worst scenario you can do is to lie under oath.
I'm not lying, because I'm being
Because,
seconded by
you are
the legal officer
you are
Mumias.
telling us that this man is still on site. He already left the site. You are telling us that we should be able to be.
That guy-
Just I would have stopped the committee to run down, Senator.
No, that shows. I was trying to build a case that shows that you do not have the goodwill, the moral authority to revive Mumias Sugar, because if you are sanctioning a foreign company from Nyanza to build a weigh bridge in Mumias, So if it were not for the courts, that guy would have erected a way bridge there, approved by the county government of Kakamega, which is now using 10 million to come up with revival mechanism of Mumias Sugar. We cannot.
Senator,
So what we need to do is 10 million. And what we need to do? What we need to do?
We have lost people in Mumias. You cannot call you talking about 10 million.
No.
10 million what people have lost in Mumias.
Yes.
Senator, I want you to withdraw that statement.
I will not withdraw. I will not withdraw.
Because the damage has been done.
I will not withdraw.
The damage has been done.
The best you can tell me is to continue, but I will not withdraw.
Senator, just hold on. 10 million and even people dying in Mumias, Senator.
And sanctioning a way bridge in Mumias Nucleus.
Which you don't have evidence.
We have evidence. I have a witness here.
The last time I checked, Senator,
yes,
you were a very honest person.
But
now you are turning out to be,
and I have evidence,
because I've met you in forums in which you are very honest.
Yes.
Even the drama sessions you have made,
yes,
has made to enhance that serenity in terms of operations.
Yes.
But now, if you can joke to such a serious matter, then Senator, you put me in
a
awkward position.
And by the way, I've written it in my submission because I leave you written submissions of what I'm saying.
Thank you.
I've written it in my submissions. The county government should stop sanctioning and approving plans of competitors and using Mumias Sugar Nucleus to broker business transactions.
It's okay.
Yes.
What is the point?
Yeah. So, I want to correct this notion that RAI has compromised the senator of Kakamega. I want to remind you, as the CEC in charge of industrialization, RAI is an investor in Kakamega. He's not your enemy. And if at all you want to profile your investors, and that's why I say the county government has got no goodwill to ensure that investors are cushioned. RAI has invested in our county. He has employed almost 3,000 people in Kabaras and the environs. RAI has contracted 70,000 farmers from Kakamega County. It is important to note that as the senator, my mandate, part of my mandate is to represent the people of Kakamega. RAI is a resident of Kakamega, an investor in Kakamega, and I cannot be ashamed to say that I'll stand with RAI. I'll stand with Butai. The people of Malava constituency, Kabaras people, also voted for this government. This is not a government for Maramas and these other. You must push on everybody. If we have an industry in Kabaras land, we must have leaders who can protect and cushion the industries in Kabaras land. So the issue is not Mumias Sugar alone. We have other industries in Kakamega. We are cushioning Mumias the way we are seated here, but let us not antagonize other industries within our jurisdiction. It's very sad for you as the CEC to start profiling an investor under your docket.